Alright, Festival Dance, this is our week 1 video for American Rumba. We'll review the 2 steps that we did in class, our box basic and our side rocks. And then we'll do a preview of our next 2 steps, as well as giving a quick preview of what we'll be talking about in class as far as technique for our hip action. Because we really want to get that started soon, because we'll be using that for both our Rumba and our Cha-Cha throughout this whole series of classes. Okay? So first off, we have that box basic. It's the same step, same footwork as our waltz box basic, but that timing is different. We have a slow, then quick, quick. Also, we mentioned it in class for both classes. Remember that this dance, we step with the ball of our foot, as well as having a little bit more space between us in our dance frame, rather than close like waltz. We want more of a rounded space, and we're stepping with the balls of our feet. So box basic, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Okay? So, leaders, we start going forward with our left, and then we side close. We go back with our right foot, and side close. Remember that we want to have that side close with our next foot ready to go, especially for Rumba and Cha-Cha, because we want to have that hip action, and having that step ready helps with that hip action as well. So, follows, start back with your right, side close, forward with your left, and side close. Okay? So, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Okay. Then we have the side rocks, or the cucarachas. Okay? We want to squish those bugs. Okay? So, slow, side and together, side and together, side and together, time step. Okay? So, we take that first step like normal for the leaders, and then we step out to the side, but we come right back to our left foot. Then we step to our left, we come back to our right, step right, come back, and then we do that march in place for that time step to have our left foot ready to go on that next slow. Follows, start back with your right, step left, come back, step right, come back, step left, come back, and march in place 2 steps, having your right foot ready to go for the next step. Slow, side and together, side and together, side and together, time step. Okay? Now, as our preview for this next week's class, we'll be doing 2 steps. Start and end very similarly, so hopefully we'll have time to do them all together. So the first one we'll do is 5th position breaks. Okay? Looks like this. Slow, quick, quick, prep, open, hug, open, hug, open, hand, underarm, turn, time step. Okay? So, for the leaders, we'll do the first half of our basic. So we step forward, left, side, close. Then instead of going back with our right foot, I'm going to step to the side as our prep step for this. Use my left hand to push Julie right foot with your left, okay? If you're into ballet or jazz or other styles of dance, fifth position is having one toe of your foot to the heel of the other foot, okay? If that's not very comfortable, you can go into a third position where it's more the middle of your foot to the heel, whatever's comfortable. Fifth position is just the name of the step. So we open to that fifth position, our arms are out, and then we step back, and I just kind of hug my partner under the arms, and we step back for a fifth position here, and close, back, and then on this one I catch the hand, and I raise it up, create an arch, and I use this hand to guide here as I do a fifth position break, and come back to hand position, and time step. Okay, for follows, you do the first half of your box. So back with your right, side, close. Then instead of going forward with your left, you step to the side as your prep. Your partner will push on your left or your right hand so that you can feel that open. So you'll step back to a fifth position with your right foot back, and then you'll come back to hug. Your arms are just on top of their shoulders. Then open, left foot back, hug, right foot back. Your partner should catch your hand and create an arch for you here. So then you can step and do a pivot turn and then time step. Okay? And just a quick review of a pivot turn. So you'll step through with your left foot. You'll pivot back onto your right, and then side with the left. Okay? And that'll be important for our next step as well. Okay? So, fifth position breaks. Slow, quick, prep. Open, hug, open, hug, open, hand, underarm turn, time step. Okay? Then, our last step for this video is crossover breaks. So instead of going to a fixed position, we are going to cross over our feet and create a really cool, fun shape with our bodies. So, start with the first half of our basic. Prep, and we cross over. Come back, cross over to the other side, come back, cross over, and then we'll both have a chance to turn and time step. Okay? So, leaders, just like our fifth position breaks, we start with our first half of our basic. We take that prep step, and like our waltz step, the new one for this next week, where we switch the hand for the back-to-backs, we're going to switch our hand as we take that prep. Then my left foot is going to cross over. My right arm is straight out, left arm is forward, holding my partner's hand. And then come back to a two-hand hold, like for swing. Then I switch and go the other way. Right foot crosses over, left hand is out. Come back to two-hand hold, left foot cross over. And then as I close this third time, I like to do an alligator hand. So thumb on bottom, fingers on top. And I grab my partner's hand like that, so that as we do this walk around turn where both lead and follow turn, it's easy to just push the hand away and let them go on their own. So now for us to learn a pivot turn, we cross over, pivot back onto our left foot, step to the side with our right. back to dance position, and we time step to finish. Follows. You start with that first half of your basic. Back, side, close. You take that prep step. Your partner should switch their hand, so you're in a swing hold on your right hand. You will take your right foot and cross over, left arm is out, and then you come back to a two-hand hold. Then your left foot will cross over, right hand out, come back to two-hand hold, right foot cross over again. This time, that two-hand hold, your leader should have an alligator grip on that left hand, so that as you do your pivot turn, which we practiced a little bit with our underarm turn for the 5th position breaks, your partner will just be pushing that hand and letting you turn on your own to come back, and then you time step to finish. So, slow, quick, prep, cross over, break, cross over, break, cross over, alligator, walk around, turn, and time step. Okay. So, now, you're going to go through all the steps, and then for the end of the video, we'll start talking a little bit about technique for hip action. Okay? So, box basic, we have our side rocks, and then the 2 new steps, 5th position breaks, and then crossover breaks. Slow, quick, slow, side rock, slow, side and together, side and together, side and together, and the 5th position breaks here. So prep, open, hug, open, hand, underarm turn, crossover breaks, slow, quick, prep, crossover breaks, crossover break, crossover alligator, walk around, turn, and time step. Okay? Do the other side. Slow, quick, slow, side rock, slow, side and together, side and together, side and together, time step, slow, quick, 5th position, back and hug, back and hand, underarm turn, time step, slow, quick, crossover, breaks, crossover, break, crossover, alligator, walk around, turn, and time step. Okay? So, now, to start with some basic ideas of how to get proper hip action. So, when we talk about hip action, most people think, okay, I got to start using my hips and going back and forth and all around. And that's not quite correct. Hip action, when done properly, starts with the ground, starts with our feet, and works its way up to our hips. So, I'll face you first, and then I'll turn the other way so you can follow along. The easiest way to start having hip action is to practice picking up your heels and bending your knees. So if I pick up my left heel, that knee bends with it, and my hip will naturally settle into my right side. Then if I lift my right heel, and that knee pops, my hip naturally settles into my left. So, as you're picking up your heel and bending that knee, you're settling into that opposite hip. Okay? So you can take your time practicing raising the heels and bending the knees to get this hip action. Okay? So that's the most basic way to get started. As we get more comfortable with creating that hip action, we start to add a little bit of a figure 8 motion into it, okay? That comes with when we're taking that step, okay? When I take my step, my hip is moving forward, and then it comes back around. I step to the side, goes forward, back around, bring my feet together, forward, back around. Step back, my hip is still forward, but it moves back around. Step to the side, forward, back around, together, forward, back around. Okay? So then as you start implementing this with your basic movement, you can start to really feel a stretch in your hips as you start to have this hip action. Don't worry if you don't get it by this next week. We just wanted to get it started because we'll use it for our Rumba and for our Cha-Cha that we'll do later in our classes. The Cha-Cha is a lot faster, so we wanted to make sure that we could at least get it started at a slow pace before we start getting fast, okay? So this will be the end of our week 1 video, and we'll see you our next week of class.